So this is our full moon reading for July 21st. Sunday, tomorrow is our full moon, and it will be in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so we're going to see the themes of Saturn. And it's also opposite, I'm reading from my notes, it's also opposite Cancer. And so Cancer is about duty, it's about tasks, it's about getting things done. It's about, Capricorns can be very intellectual, but also they're often kind of worker bees. So there are going to be themes, especially Saturnian themes, such as the father, foundations, hierarchies, traditions. So we may be leaving jobs, we may be starting jobs, we may be focusing in on something. We may be more focused on like work or completing projects. And so with the moon is at exactly 29 degrees Capricorn. So when things are at 29 degrees, that can represent a tipping point, a changing point. 29 degrees can sometimes represent, if I remember right, like transformations, upheavals. So it's sitting a few degrees from Pluto, and Pluto right now is retrograde in Aquarius. So this is a very pivotal time of a lot of upheaval. So around the full moon is the culmination, and then we let go. So if we are looking at things, we are looking at ending a significant chapter of hardships in our personal and professional life. With the moon, we are harmonizing, instead that we are harmonizing right now with Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus in Taurus, there's a bit of chaotic disruption, like the Tower moment, if you think of the Tower card. So there are some old structures that are being released. There are outdated commitments. And also, this is what the full moon is doing. It is in Capricorn, it is in 29 degrees Capricorn. So things around work, things around commitments, these things are, there may be an upheaval, there may be a bit of chaoticness to the upheaval, to the change. Maybe you're moving to a new job, you're changing your career, maybe you're picking up more hours at work. Maybe you're going to be really committing yourself to some kind of hard work over the next 2 weeks. So I want to get into, we open this sacred space to bring in readings for those who find this video. We ask that each reading really get to the heart of the matter as we go into the full moon for Capricorn for July 21st. So we're gonna get started with our reading. I'm gonna have 4 sets of cards, and we're just gonna do a quick, I wouldn't say quick, but I try to keep it brief. I just try to keep it real brief. So we're gonna start with the archetype that might be going on for the next 2 weeks up until, because we're going from the full moon to the new moon. So what archetype might you be dealing with? And where I'm at, the sun is going down. So we have our 4 groups of cards sitting here, and we're just gonna jump in, probably in like 5 minutes for each. So you can pause the video, meditate on which group that you want. We have group 1, 2, 3, and 4, so there are 4 groups. Choose 1 through 4. Choose one of the 4 groups, and then scroll for your reading. I want to pull a card for the collective. What is the collective archetype right now? What are we all feeling right now as a collective? The desert. The desert. So with the Capricorn energy, the desert, we're talking about this archetype for our full moon in Capricorn. Full moons are about us releasing, about us tying up old ends. And so with Capricorn, there's a lot of focus on the things that we're working towards. And the desert, maybe we feel like we've just worked too much. And so now it's time to change that up. The desert, maybe, you know, we are feeling worn out. You know, you think about traveling through a desert. There is a fly in here. You think about traveling through the desert. The desert is a hot place. It cools off at night. But there are these extremes where it's really hot. But so are there extremes in your work life? Are there extremes in the things that you're building with for your life that there are times to release? Maybe you haven't been working enough. Maybe it's been kind of a desert around money, or it's been a desert around having time off. So either some of us are feeling drained. I get that as a collective. A lot of us are really feeling drained. Like we just feel drained. We feel like we've been doing a lot and trudging through a desert. You know, you're sweating, you're hot, you're exhausted. So for some of us in the collective, we are exhausted. And so that's the desert card. So that's that card. I hope it won't be too smoky in here. Oh, I'm gonna have to open a window. Okay, so the desert. So now moving on to group 1, we're gonna get started with stone. The stone. And then I like to start with an area where we are experiencing some sort of resistance. So this card is really speaking out to me, the King of Cups. So when we think about the stone, we have the King of Cups, and then we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands, when we think about the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands is the area of growth, the area of the light, the area of the positive. The King of Cups is in the position of the negative, or the place where we are experiencing resistance, or I like to call the shadow. So in the position of the shadow is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is that emotional stability. It is that very clear alignment where you're able to sort between emotions and thoughts. This is a very grounded energy. So when we see the King of Cups, the overall archetype that's happening is the stone. And so I really feel like there's been a bit of stubbornness. Whoever's choosing group 1, there has been a resistance. When we think of the stone, something has been very heavy. And it's been very heavy emotionally. It's been very heavy, you know, emotionally. And it might come around making decisions. So we see the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about planning. It's about first steps. It's about making decisions. It's about leaving the comfort and taking risks. And so there may be, in this Capricorn full moon, it's time to release this procrastination. It's time to stop being afraid. It's time to stop being stubborn and release that and leave your comfort zone. So I feel like overall the archetype that's coming up for you in the Capricorn full moon is that there's a stubbornness. There is this need for safety, or this need to kind of stay, or there's this stagnant energy. And so you can see the card here. So the stone, sorry, my hand is covering it. And then you can see the King of Cups. And so there is this emotional stubbornness. There is this feeling like you don't want to come down from where you are, because you might think, oh, I'm in a good place, or I don't want to be in a worse off place. But the Two of Cups, the area of opportunity, it's in the area of the light, or the area of opportunity, the area of growth, is saying it's time to plan. It's time to make a plan. It's time to take risks. It's time to leave. 2, we have the Temple. So if you look here, we have the Temple card. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And we have the 10 of Cups. Sorry, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So here we have the 10 of Pentacles in the area of opportunity. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Temple. The Temple represents the body. The Temple represents the place of worship. So for some of us, maybe we are going to a synagogue, maybe we're going to church, maybe we are going to a place of spiritual practice. And so in the area of the shadow, or the place where we need a little bit more work, we have the Queen of Swords. And so the Queen of Swords is, and I think in relationship to the body, the temple, I feel like it's the home. Maybe there is a need for direct communication in your home. Maybe you need to have a deeper communication with God, a deeper communication with, there are things, because we have the Ten of Pentacles, maybe there are things that you need to bring to your home, bring to your temple, bring to your body. Maybe with the full moon in Capricorn, what are you releasing? Maybe you're releasing the way in which you talk to yourself, or the way in which you allow people to talk to you. Maybe there's a conflict in your home with certain people. And so it's time to have clear communication with your body, clear communication with people in your home. Because your home is your temple. Your body is your temple. And so the area of communication, or the area of opportunity, is the Ten of Pentacles. And so the Ten of Pentacles is this place of a happy home, a happy relationship. And so the temple is also a place where we bring offering. What are you offering to your home? What are you offering to your body? What are you offering to a place where, because a temple is also a place where you find refuge, where you find salvation, where you find forgiveness. And so maybe there's something that you need to forgive. You know, you've been, the Capricorn energy, maybe you have been, you've been resistant to apologizing, or someone or something has been resistant to apologizing. You know, the Queen of Swords, like someone has been really short-tempered or short with their words, or there's been a sort of a rudeness, and this rudeness has sort of made you feel sad, or it's made you feel, you know, angry. You know, are we holding on to anger? Is there anger in our home? Is there anger in our body? And is it time to let that go? I'm gonna pull another card for the Ten of Pentacles. So again, the Temple, the Queen of Swords, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. And so I'm going to pull another card, kind of like clarifying, or the Tool, both the Tool and a more kind of clarifying card. So then we have the Seven of Wands. Is it seven? Eight of Wands. So with the Eight of Wands, maybe there's been a lot of emotional reactivity. Maybe there's just been a lot of things being hurled at you, or you hurling them at someone, or something. You know, and so this is a time to maybe lay down boundaries. You know, the Queen of Swords. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Don't let your anger get the best of you. But lay down clear boundaries. Have clear communication so that you can find peace in your home. So it's time to let go of anger. It's time to let go of you know, it's kind of time, like the Queen of Swords, she knows what battles to fight and what battles not to fight. And she allows her emotions to kind of be the sort of intuitiveness around problem areas in your life. And especially if it comes to work, if it's coming to the work, career, jobs, relationships, remembering the temple, remembering your body or your home, remembering that there are places of refuge if you communicate appropriately, if you communicate not just harsh, don't communicate so harshly, but communicate with something more loving. And so that's what the Ten of Pentacles reminds us. Happy home, happy life, happy relationships. So there's opportunity when you, because the temple is also a place where we get grounded. And so maybe, you know, with the Seven of Wands, there's been a lot of doing and going. You know, that Capricorn energy, there's a lot of going and doing. And so this is a time that if you are pretty busy working, the temple reminds us to get grounded, to remember to take time to rest, to remember to take time to enjoy life. The Ten of Pentacles reminds us that there is abundance when we kind of slow down and we stop and we look around and we practice gratitude. So that is group 2. With group 3, we have the offering. Group 3, we have the offering. In the area of the shadow, we have the King of Swords, and in the area of positivity or changes, or in the area of what is positive, in the area of opportunity, we have the Strength card. So here we have the Strength card. And again, in the area of the problem area, we have the King of Swords. Okay. So with the King of Swords, well, let's first talk about the offering. The offering. The offering is like, what is being given to you? What is being given to you? You know, what is being given to you? When we think about the offering. An offering, what is the universe calling into your life? And I almost feel like with the King of Swords, with the full moon in Capricorn, there is either a letting go of a job or something you've been working hard at for something new, or something new is being offered to you in this full moon. Something new is being offered to you, which then, you know, with the full moon being, maybe there's something that you've wanted, but you set really high standards, or you've been really strict. If you think about the King of Swords, you've been really strict. You've been really focused in on morality, or like high standards, being really strict and being very rigid. And yet the universe is, I'm also hearing this idea like, move out of shame. If you stop looking at it from this high moral ground, this serious, this oh, it has to be this way, and this oh, well, it has to be this way because it's been this way all the time. The offering is reminding you that no. You know, when we talk about the Strength card, you know, the King of Swords, it's like there is this energy of just like, damn, who hurt you? Or like, damn, like calm down, chill out. You know, and so the Strength card is reminding you in the area of opportunity that the universe is offering you something. The universe is offering you something, but you're closing yourself off. You're being so strict. You're being like almost oppressive, or something is just being oppressive and controlling. And maybe in the Capricorn energy, because, you know, the Capricorn is about duty. It's about hard work. You know, it is about morality, about, you know, getting the job done. Maybe it's not about, maybe it's time to let go of getting the job done, you know. Maybe it's about standing up to whoever it is that is overbearing, because the universe is offering you a reprieve or a way out. You know, the universe is offering you strength to go through a situation, okay? Or it could be that, like, you're not practicing enough high standards. Set your standards higher so that the universe will bring in, the universe, God, Spirit, the Great Mother, you know, Great Mother can bring in, you know, Sophia. She can bring in, she's offering you something. She's offering you something, and you need to set your standards higher. You need to believe that you deserve more. You deserve more. And being strong enough to say to yourself, I deserve more. I deserve better. Having boundaries and integrity to say, you know what, bye, move on. You know, the Strength card reminds us, bye, move on. And so then I'm going to just pull another card. The Knight of Swords. You know, the Knight of Swords, like, there's been some kind of conflict that you either need to stand up to. You know, maybe you need to stand up to this conflict. You need to open your mouth. You need to say to yourself, no, I deserve more. And, you know, with the King of Swords, it's like almost saying, like, stop playing in my face. Like, you're playing in my face. Stop playing in my face. And the, you know, the Strength card, I feel like there is a battle. There's something that you are going to win. You're going to win at that. But you're only going to win by remembering your integrity, remembering your morals, remembering your high standards, and saying, you know what, I deserve more. Like, stop playing in my face. You know, the Knight of Swords, I feel like someone is just playing in your face. You know, someone is playing in your face, and they think like, it could be intentional, or it just could be like their own trauma, their own pattern, whatever. But the Strength card is telling you to open up your mouth. The Strength card is reminding you to ask the universe for what you want, The universe is offering you either a victory, a new opportunity, a new job, a new relationship, or you know, financial abundance or something. Some sort of reprieve is coming in. So there is an offering, and you have to open your mouth up and ask for it. And the offering may also be victory again. Someone might be just playing in your face, and it's a, you know, a term like someone may be thinking that they can get away with something, or they're doing something to sort of that's really been wearing at you, tearing at you, you've been fighting with. It's time to get strong enough and open your mouth and say, hey, no more. I'm not going to allow this anymore. On to group 4. So group 4 is our last group. Group 4 is the destroyer. And so then in the area of opportunity, and then the area of the problem area. So the problem area, we're getting a lot of court cards. We're getting a lot of court cards. Like, I think we had, what, the Queen of Wands. So in the area of that, we have the Queen of Wands. That's in the area of, that's in the problem area. And then we have Judgment. Judgment, that being the inevitable. So we have the inevitable, we have the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Destroyer. So when we talk about the Destroyer, you can see the wolf in the background, or like these wolf eyes. So the Queen of Wands, like, there's something inevitably coming to an end, especially in the Capricorn energy. It could be a job, it could be something regarding work, some kind of hard work, you know, and then we have the Judgment, passionate, but also can be very demanding, sometimes low confidence, selfishness, and in a positive manner, it can be, you know, this optimism, this vivacious optimism, this charismatic, you know, social. And so the Destroyer is like what needs to end, what needs to be dismantled. There's something, to me, this energy is that it's either there's something that needs to be destroyed or ended. You know, if we're looking at these cards, oops. Maybe not feeling confident, not feeling passionate, not feeling charismatic or social or optimistic. Why haven't you been feeling optimistic? There's some part of you that has to let go of something. So as the Capricorn, that thing that is Capricorn ruled by Saturn, and so we're seeing again transformations. We see the Judgment card. Judgment card is about transformations. So there is some kind of awakening, and it's not, it may not be a major awakening, but it is an awakening where you are more confident in yourself. You are more optimistic. You know, the Judgment card is the inevitable. So there's something within you, there's something around you, there's some kind of structure or rigidity that needs to be dismantled, a way of thinking, a perspective, a perception. Are you having cognitive distortions? Are you telling yourself a story that's not actually true? You know, and if you let go of that story, does destroying that story, does letting go of that story bring you into enlightenment, bring you into a greater awakening for your path over the next month, over the next 2 weeks? I'm going to pull a card. Actually, I'm going to pull 2. Alright, so remember, we have the Judgment card is in the area of opportunity. So the Queen of Wands, you know, maybe struggles around confidence, being self-assured, passionate, being determined, struggling with being social or charismatic or optimistic. And so the Destroyer is about the dismantling, and so the Hierophant comes in. We have the Hierophant, and then we have the Hermit. So when we think of the Hierophant, we're thinking of culture, we're thinking of morals, norms, we're thinking of ritual, or you know, like customs. So the Hierophant can sometimes be this, you know, there's one set way to do something because it has always been done that way culturally, or yes, here we go, tradition, convention. And so there's this need to destroy convention. You know, we have Capricorn energy. This Capricorn is always focused on duty. It's always focused on, like, you know, getting the job done at all costs sometimes. And so the Hierophant comes in. the Hierophant comes in, and so we have the Judgment card. Like, by breaking down these traditions, sometimes getting outside of, oh, it's the norm, it has to be done this way, then that leads us to increase our confidence. We have the Queen of Wands, increase our confidence. You know, the Hermit card comes up. So again, the Hermit can sometimes represent self-reflection, taking time to rest, taking time to meditate. And so there is a need to become introspective right now, to dismantle the places where you don't feel confident, you don't feel optimistic about life. Remember that we pulled the Desert card, which was the collective energy. A lot of us are feeling this just, oh, you know, like, I'm just tired. You know, I'm tired of maybe working. I'm tired of everything constantly being about money. So the Destroyer card is reminding us to become introspective, to go in within ourselves and dismantle the places where we are being rigid, where we feel, you know, like these inherited traumas around our perceptions, our relationship to money, our relationship to love, our relationship to sex, our relationship to friends, and our community. And so by dismantling certain traditions and certain norms, we are able to experiencing a greater awakening, a greater awareness of where we are and where we are trying to go. And especially if that is in the area of the career and the area of work, you know, whatever you're working towards right now. So that is group 4. If you would like a private tarot reading, please hit me up, please message me, and we can sit down via video call. And yeah, so that is our full moon reading. Full moon in Capricorn, July 21st. Peace.